Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, whatever time that you're watching us. If you are new to this channel, make sure that you subscribe, like, and also share so that we can reach more people on our channel. Okay, so this question, we are just looking at science paper 2, and this science paper 2, it is chemistry GCE 2024, and this question was written 7 August 2024 under the ECZ curriculum. So we are looking at a specific question, which is question B5. That is our question, and this question is a very interesting question. It involves calculations. This question involves calculations. All right, so 10.5 grams of sodium hydroxide was reacted with dilute sulfuric acid according to the equation. So this is the equation that they have given us. This is our equation. Okay, so now when you look at this same equation, this is a reaction. What reaction is this? This is a reaction of a base and an acid. It's very important to identify the equation before you start answering the question. So this we have here, it is a reaction of a base and an acid. And when a base and an acid react, what's supposed to be given out is salt and water. And this process is called neutralization. So what they want us here to do is to balance the equation. How do you balance the equation? You just need to make sure that the atoms of elements appearing on the left hand side are equal to that one which are appearing on the right hand side. So in this case, this side we have sodium, oxygen, hydrogen. This other side we have the same elements. So now from here you can see that sodium on the left hand side here, sodium we have 1, but this side we have 2 sodiums. So what do we do? So to make them equal, we are going to add the coefficients here, which is a 2. So this side we have 2 sodiums, even the other side we also have 2 sodiums. So one thing you also need to understand here is that when you put a number like this, what we have done here, when you put a number like this number represents the whole compound here. So we have 2 sodium hydroxide. So sodium, it is balanced, we have 2, even the other side we have 2. Let's also consider the oxygen. How many oxygen do we have? Since I said when the number is in front, it represents the whole compound. So we have 2 oxygen plus these 4 oxygen, making them to be 6. Let's see the other side. How many do we have? So the other side we have 2 here, and then we have 1 there. Okay, what do? We need to also make the oxygen to be 6. So we are going to add 2 on water. So we are going to add 2 on water like this, so that we make them oxygen 2 plus this 4, 6. Let's check the other side. The other side we have 2 plus 4, 6. So the oxygens, they are balanced. Let's also look at the hydrogens. The hydrogens, we have 2 here. There are 2 hydrogen atoms here, plus these 2 hydrogen atoms, giving us 4 hydrogens. Let's see the other side. The other side we have 2 by 2, which gives us 4 hydrogen. So this equation is balanced. Right, let's proceed. Question B, Roman numeral 1. Use the balanced chemical equation to calculate the mass of sodium sulfate. So here they have said we use the balanced chemical equation. So we are going to use the balanced chemical equation to calculate the mass of sodium sulfate. Sodium sulfate, this is the salt which is here. This is the salt that they want us to calculate. So how do we calculate? So this question can be answered if we just follow two things here. Whenever you see such equations, you need to consider the compound of the mass that you have been given and also the compound that you are looking for. So in this case, which compound have they given us? So they have given us the mass of what? The mass of sodium hydroxide they have given us. So we are going to say sodium hydroxide here. And then what have we told to calculate? We have been asked to calculate the mass of what? The mass of sodium sulfate. So this is our sodium sulfate. Okay, like that. So like I said, you consider two things: what you have been given and what you are looking for. So here they have given us what? They have given us the mass of sodium sulfate, and they have said it is 10 point what? 10.5 grams. So they have given us this mass of sodium sulfate, and then they have told us to calculate what? The mass of the salt here, which is sodium sulfate. After you have done this, you need to find the relative formula mass of sodium hydroxide, and also you need to find the relative formula mass of sodium sulfate. Then we are going to put them there. Then we'll do the cross multiply. So now if you check there, we have two atoms of sodiums, and sodium has a mass number of 23. So 23 multiplied by 2, what are you getting? You are getting 46, like that. 46 plus how many atoms? We have two atoms of oxygen. Oxygen has a mass number 16. So 2 by 16, you are getting what? You are getting 32. And then there we have two atoms of hydrogens. Two atoms of hydrogens times the, plus, what are we doing here? So we are multiplying, sorry about that. We are multiplying two atoms of hydrogens multiplied by the mass number, which is 1, which is giving us just a 2. So now when you add all these numbers, the relative formula mass of sodium hydroxide is 80. So you're going to write down 80 like that. So now from here, we are also going to consider the salt that they have asked us to find, which is the sodium sulfate. So we also need to find the relative formula mass of sodium sulfate. So also here we have 2 sodium. So 2 times the mass number of sodium, which is 23, will give us 6, which is 46 here. Okay, then how many sulfur do we have there? We have 1. Sulfur has the mass number what? As the mass number 30. So 1 multiplied by 30 gives us 30. We also have oxygens. Oxygens, they are how many? Oxygens, they are 16. So 16, the mass number of oxygen multiplied by 4 atoms there. So we are going to get what? We are getting 64. So 4 multiplied by 16, we are getting 64. Then we're just going to add. So this is 70. So our answer here is 140. So we are going to get this 140. We bring it here. This is our 140, like that. So we are using a relationship. So from there, we are just going to, of course, cross multiply. So here we are going to get our 80x. So we're going to get our 80x, and then this side we are going to multiply. We have 10 point what? We have 10.5. We are going to multiply by 140, just like that. So since we are looking for x in this case, so we are going to, of course, divide both sides by 80 so that x remains alone, like that. So the 80 are going to cancel. So when you multiply 10.5 by 140, the answer that you're going to get, you're going to divide 80. So what is our x? So now our x is 18. Okay, so let me see here my calculator. What is our x? Okay, so here my x is 18. Okay, so this is 18 point what? 18.4. So it has given me 18.4. 18.4 what? 18.4 grams. This is the mass of sodium sulfate. Okay, so from there we go to Roman numeral 2. What type of reaction is involved in the equation? So like I said, this is an acid-base reaction, and an acid-base reaction, we call it neutralization reaction. So this is a neutralization reaction. Okay, so this is neutralization reaction. Okay, so thank you for watching.